Hello, everybody. It's Angel of Yahweh. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was not feeling it. I was feeling every emotion. I was being attacked spiritually, and this one wasn't helping. You go lay back down, mister. Out of the way, please. So we're going to read from yesterday out of the Patriotic Almanac. Go lay down, please. Back. No. We'll get you in a minute. So I'm going to read the 20th and then today. So November 20th in the Patriotic Almanac. Mottos and watchwords are some who defend us. The various branches of the military, many units have mottos that sum up their missions. Slogans speak volumes about the character of men and women who serve in uniform. Here are a few of the mottos. Some official, some unofficial, those who defend us. The Army is this will defend. The Navy is non sibi sed patrie, which is not for self but for country. Air Force is above all. Marine Corps is semper fidelis, which is always loyal. Coast Guard is semper paratus, which is always prepared. National Guard is always ready, always there. The U.S. Military Academy, West Point, is duty, honor, and country. U.S. Military Academy, West Point. Oh, I just read that. U.S. Naval Academy, Exeteria Tridens, from knowledge and sea power. The U.S. Coast Guard Academy is Sciente Cidet Marie, which is the sea yields to knowledge. Green Berets is De Oppresso Liberare, which is to liberate the oppressed. Army Rangers is Sue Sponte, which is of their own accord, and the Rangers lead the way. Army Corps of Engineers is Essayons, which is let us try. Navy SEALs, the only easy day was yesterday. And CBs is Consteramus Bitimus. We build, we fight, and we can do. And can do. In American history, 1620, yesterday, was Peregrine White, the first child born of English parents in New York, was born aboard the Mayflower of Cape Cod. In 1789, the New Jersey becomes the first state to ratify the Bill of Rights. In 1820, the Nantucket whaler Essex is attacked and sunk by a sperm whale in the South Pacific, an event that helps inspire Herman Melville to write Moby Dick. 1943, one of the bloodiest battles in Marine Corps history, began on Tarawa Atoll in the Pacific. The U.S. prevails, but the cost is approximately 1,000 dead. In 1953, the Flying Douglas skyrocket at Edwards Air Force Base, California. Scott Crossfield becomes the first pilot to break Mach 2. Am I silent? Can you not hear me? So anyways, November 21st. Can you hear me? Digital? All right. The Mayflower Compact in November 1620, after a stormy 2-month Atlantic voyage, the Pilgrims reached the coast. Oh, okay. The Pilgrims reached the coast of what is now Massachusetts when they realized they had blown north of the religion in which they had contracted to settle. Some of the colonists announced they no longer felt bound by any legal authority, that none had power to command them. The Pilgrim leaders quickly solved the problem with a new contract. On November 21st, November 11th, by the old-style calendar, as the Mayflower lay at anchor off Cape Cod, the settlers drew up an agreement to live together peacefully. They pledged to enact the Constitution and frame such just and equal laws, ordinances, acts, constitutions, and offices from time to time as shall be the most meet and convenient for the general good of the colony. After writing out the compact, 41 adult males signed it, and then signers agreed that John Carvier would be their governor. And the Essex Mayflower Compact was an agreement for self-government. It was not forced bargain among the unequals. Such was a monarch and his subjects, or a lord and his vassals, rather the social contract between pioneers with common purpose. Here was a group of people capable of forging a new society in the New World. In the coming years, as Pilgrim leader William Bradford wrote, they met, they consulted laws and orders for both their civil and military government as a necessity of their condition did require. Throughout the infant American colonies, settlers gaining practice in something very rare for that time, government of the people and by the people. American history today, 1620, Pilgrim leaders framed the Mayflower Compact. 1789, North Carolina becomes the 20th state to ratify the Constitution. 1877, Thomas Edison announces the invention of the phonograph. 1964, New York's Verrazano Narrow Bridge opens to traffic. In 1980, the millions of TV viewers tune into Dallas to find out who shot JR. In 1995, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closes about 5,000 for the first time. Tomorrow, the trumpet summons us again. The trumpet. I wonder what that's about. Are you there?
Yeah, I said taps.
The trumpet summons us again. It says about tomorrow in history is President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald during a visit to Dallas, Texas.
Like we don't know that.
Yeah. Now the trumpet summons us again is not a call to bear arms. The arms will not need. It is a call to battle. Through battle we are, but to bear the burden of the long twilight struggle, year in and year out. Rejoicing in hope, patience, and tribulation, and struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Sounds familiar. I just, people you tell people you're a Trump supporter. I'm not into politics. Well, he's not a politician. He just clearly showed that a businessman can run this country better than a politician.
Where's your hair?
It's pulled back.
Oh, okay. It looked like you cut it off.
No, this is pulled back. Get out of my face. I gotta roll. No.
I get Mo.
I know you want to say hi. Say hi.
That's a good
Hi. Okay, that's my ear. That's my ear. Shush. Okay, you're talking in the microphone. I know.
Ace says hi.
Ace says hi. Ace says hi. Ace says hi. I know. This is not the Get My Show.
Not to get
No. No. Love you? Down. No, thank you. Go. This is not. No, lay down. Thank you. This is not the Gitmo Show. No. If you want a channel, I'll make you a channel, but this is not it. I will get you a channel. You lay back there. For now. Thank you. I know. Shut it. You want to go in the cage? That's what I thought. Okay, shut it now.
Did you watch the song I sent you?
I haven't had done anything. I was said I was gonna show it when I came up. I was finishing up everything I had to get done. I still got to do my clothes, so I'm gonna do that Tuesday.
Do your what?
I'm gonna do my twice a year. I go through my clothes and then I go
Oh,
through them
yeah.
and downsize them and then donate them.
Yep. I need to try mine on. That's a lot of work for me.
Yeah. Come on up here, Digital Hawk. I hadn't even dropped the link. Nobody can get up here.
Yeah, I got up here the other way.
I know. Well, that's because you're co-host.
That way I can. If I hadn't have had last night, I did something. Don't know what.
What'd you
Lost
do?
all the sound on my computer. But
Did you watch the 19? I haven't watched it yet.
No, I listened, but I didn't watch. But I love. I think it's that one that Real Warrior has one that starts off really, really funny because it's a Monkey Works video, kind of, with these things crawling around on the screen. It's really cute. But I didn't watch 19. I listened to it.
But yeah, my friend is up to 6 right now.
Who is up to what?
He's on the sequel.
Oh, he's
on video 6.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to him. He watched all of the Falca Ball and I was like, well, here's a sequel. And he's like, you're going to kill me. No, like, he's like, some of it I knew, some of it I have to do some research on. I'm like, yeah, I hope you do your research on it. I can just get, I can't make you go through the door. I can't, open your eyes. I could just show you the door. It's up to you to go through it.
Is he having a hard time with it?
No, it's just he's trying to maintain a positive, because
attitude in spite of everything that's going bad.
Well, he's a victim, just like you were.
Yeah, I figured that.
And self-medicating victim.
Oh,
but he's getting help. He's getting help. So
good. He ought to meet Hawk.
So he's right now he's trying to straighten his life up. He's in a shelter and and he didn't realize he didn't realize it until they all started coming flooding in.
Oh yeah, I would have hated to have had to wait till then.
Yeah, but I mean he suspected, but you know how they try and break you,
Yeah, and often do.
And they, a lot of them don't want to feel or think.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
So
do that occasionally now.
He's a light worker.
I thought so.
He's a starseed, so that's why they go after you. That's why they go after us.
Yep.
So yeah, he listens to Dolores Cannon a lot, and
Oh, I wanted to ask you, but I think you've listened to more of her than I have. That last one on karma, she very specifically came out and said, no, there is no big God up there that you go to afterwards. It's just a school and you just got to graduate through.
Well, she said there is a God up there. She said there's no God of judgment. God doesn't judge you. You judge yourself. She didn't say there was no God. She just said God's not the one who judges you.
Okay.
You judge yourself. And you give you give yourself the punishment too.
Yeah, I've known that all along. I don't know
Yeah.
where I found that out. Somewhere along the line.
But she said, no, there is
But it's
no, she said, there is no hell, but there is. It's right here. So,
Yeah, hell on earth.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
called.
that's kind of
We
what
all
I
know
think.
that.
Yeah, I kind of think
Hi,
this is
Dees. Come
hell.
on up. Come on up,
What?
You didn't
Dees.
even ask me to come up. I just came up
I
on
said
my own.
everybody. I
You
said
said
everybody.
Hawk. You said, "Come on up here, Hawk."
Everybody. You know that I know that. Hey, get Mo, get down out of my
Hey,
face.
Gitmo, Gitmo,
Thank you.
Gitmo.
He wants to steal the show. He wants his own channel.
Well, if Dale was still around, I'd have
My
given
channel, not yours.
and Gitmo would have been welcome. But without Dale, I don't have a dog channel.
No. No.
Gitmo.
No. 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 He's trying to figure out where the whistle's coming from. He's like, what?
All right, Gitmo, you want to get in your kennel? What
Lay
do you,
down.
what is he? What do you call it to him? You call it kennel?
His cage?
Go get in your bed.
Oh, it's caged around.
Gitmo,
I
go
can
get
throw
in your
him in there.
bed. Been a bad boy.
He's not
This
a
is his
bad
bed.
boy.
He's not being a bad boy. He's just being annoying.
He's just being himself.
I
being
know. I'm
annoying.
just kidding. I don't really think he's
Yeah.
bad. I'm just kidding with
He's
him.
just being vocal today. I don't know why.
Gitmo.
Oh,
What
did
do
you
have
see
to
the
say?
aurora borealis that hit last night?
Ah,
Who?
that's tickled.
Even I could see it down here amongst the clouds. It was spectacular.
No. No. Yeah. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it. Go lay down now.
I can hear you. Dog
No.
abuse.
Poor little
Not dog
Gitmo.
It's really
I
loud
saw it
in
here.
my
Get my fat.
ear.
Gitmo. That's the
Go lay
funniest.
down.
That's the best dog name ever. Gitmo.
It
He's
is.
gonna get mode.
It is absolutely perfection.
Uh huh.
But his original name was Gizmo.
Oh, and that made
Oh.
it easy.
Now you
And
need to
I
get him a
don't
little
want
brother.
anything to do with Hollyweird, so I changed it to Guantanamo Bay Cooper.
You need to get him a little brother and call it either John John or JFK.
There's Leo, there's Ariel, and there's that one. I don't want any more animals.
I don't have any.
I wish I had 100.
Yeah, if I lived out in the country, I would have pets.
If I had a backyard, yeah.
There's Digital Hawk's pet.
Is that a panther?
It's a tiger.
Is that a tiger?
Tiger that he rides.
Hear me roar.
That's what I got.
There's been crazy storms. It's like yesterday the moon was almost full,
Uh-huh.
and today I can't see it.
Which one? Yeah, well, which one? Which one?
Well, now I don't even see a moon.
Well, what are your clouds doing?
There is no clouds.
Yesterday?
See stars?
Yesterday.
I don't
see
have
stars. I don't see a moon.
Okay. I don't think the moon's up yet. I know that sounds like a stupid statement this time of night, but with the time change, it starts later.
I hate it
I
when
mean,
it
it
gets
should be
dark
right there,
early.
like it was the other day, like it was last night. It should be right there, real low, but it's not.
Yeah, mine's not out the window either.
You know, when it's cloudy here in Alabama, it's dark sometimes even before 5 o'clock. It's kind of depressing.
It was dark like that early today. Like 4:30. It
short.
felt like it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 4:30.
Oh,
I have
That's
I forgot.
that's just wrong. And then it gets dark
just
real
felt-
late in the
yeah.
summer. That's
Well,
why a lot of people
I
get
was thinking.
depressed.
I was thinking they. Yeah, I was thinking they made it dark so that you would go and cause calamity while getting all the information wrong about the Rittenhouse trial. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Never mind.
no, they don't do it for that reason, but they would if they could.
Well, that's why a lot of people
They
get
can.
depressed in the wintertime because they don't get enough sunlight.
But the wintertime is the original time.
Huh?
Wintertime's the original time.
Is
So
what?
the
It
original
should.
time. It's
No, no.
daylight savings time that's screwed. It's just that some people like it better when it's light, other people like it better when it's dark. I
Uh,
like it much better when it's dark.
I like it when it gets
Dark,
dark around 7
nice,
or so.
feminine, the frilly, girly feelings, and masculine is daytime, feminine is nighttime. I like nighttime. And most of the people I really like nighttime.
I like nighttime, but not at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, I do not like it at 5, but it's all right. I'd rather have it at 5 than have it at 10 in daylight savings time.
Yeah, in the summertime it gets dark too late.
Right.
It's crazy. They need to just set it in the middle and leave it alone.
I'd like to have it set with whatever God thought. And
With what?
They set it on sun coming up and sun going down and solstice and all that jazz. I think it ought to go back to the original time, whatever that might be.
Yeah, probably.
And I know there's a way
I just
to
opened the
figure out
Bible.
what that time was. They just either have done it and don't like it, or they don't want us to know about it and want us to follow it because they wouldn't dare want us to do anything God said. Hawk got struck like we do. They took his YouTube down, left them up, and he was playing a video, and it was just a video about God.
Yeah, they
And
don't like
there
God.
was nothing else in it. I didn't hear one word that was in it that could have possibly been anything weird that they could have censored. The only thing I heard in what little bit was allowed to be played was God and that he existed, that kind of thing, and they didn't like that at all. And down went the video, and down went their YouTube. I told
I
them
just
that.
opened up
The prayer-a-thon?
Yeah, prayer-a-thon today, this afternoon.
open up the scriptures
But they got it
today. I'm
back
gonna
on
read
a
what
different
I,
one, or?
Do what, Digital? What'd you say, Digital?
I said, I'm assuming they got up and running on a different channel and kept it going.
No, they just started a new one. Just started over like we do when well, shit, Angel got 4 or 5 in one night,
Okay.
and they take you off YouTube, and then she just has to start it again. And I guess that's what they did.
Oh, okay.
It's just that
Yeah.
they just take the show down, and you have to
yeah,
start over.
they pause you for about 3 or 4 times. Yeah, about 3 or 4 minutes. And then you stop playing anything and you wait, and then it'll come back up. But
Yeah, that's what happened.
I opened up to on my Bible just now, just to get direction, which does work. And it opened to Ecclesiastes number 9. It
Ooh.
says, For this I took to heart, even to search all this out, that the righteous and the wise, their deeds are in the hand of Elohim. No man knows whether love or hatred awaits him. It's the same for all. One event to the righteous, and to the wrong, or to the good, and to the clean, or to the unclean, and to this one slaughtering, and to one not slaughtering. It is a one good one, so it is a sinner. The one swearing as a one fearing an oath. This is an evil that is all that is done under the sun. There is one event to all. Truly the hearts of the Son of Men are filled with evil, and the madness in their hearts while they live, and then all to the dead. But for him who is joined to all the living there is trust. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not, nor do they have any more reward, for their remembrance is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy has been perished, so no longer have share in all that is done under the sun. Go eat your bread with joy, and drink your wine with glad heart, for Elohim has already approved of your works. Let your garments be white at all times, and let your head lack no oil. See the life with the wife whom you love, and the days of the futile life he has given you under the sun. All your days of cruelty for what is your share in life, and in your toil for which you've labored under the sun. All that your hand finds to do, do it with your might. There is no work, nor planning, nor knowledge, or wisdom in Sheol where you are going. I again saw under the sun that the race is not of the swift, nor the battle to the
Forgot.
mighty, nor even bread to the wise, nor even riches of men or understanding, nor even favor to men of knowledge, for times and chance meets them all. For even man does not know his time, like fish taken in evil net, like birds caught in a snare. So the sons of men are snared in evil time when it comes down on them suddenly. Also, I saw a wisdom under the sun. It is great to me. A little city, a few men in it, and a great sovereign came against it and besieged it and built huge siege works against it. It was found in the power of a wise and man. By his wisdom he delivered the city. No one remembered that poor man. I said, wisdom is better than the might. But the wisdom of the poor man is despised, and the words are not heard. The words of the wise, spoken calmly, should be heard rather than the shout of a ruling fools. Wisdom is better than the weapons of conflict, but one sinner destroys much good. I think it had a lot of saying for what we're going through today. That knowledge
Is that
and
a kitty
wisdom
cat?
and about sin. Huh? I hear a
Is there a kitty
vibration.
cat breathing on your microphone? Is the
No,
microphone
I
on the
think it's
kitty
her.
cat?
I think it's
Like
her
on the
bed.
stand?
I think it's my bed trying to ease my pain, actually.
Ah,
She's got it's a
cool.
frequency bed that helps her
A
Did,
with
ditherer?
her pain.
did it stop?
Ah.
Did the noise
Yeah.
stop? Okay, it's my bed.
It just gets your body like
I've
pulsating
got
and
what
moving.
they call, I've got what's called a narrow spinal gap, which is where the signals from the peripheral of your body goes into your spine. Not all of the signals get in at once. And so happens that God blessed me with very fast vibration signals and very slow moving pain signals. So the vibration signals get to the gap and to the spinal cord first. They get in, the pain signals don't get in, or not all of them. So I can take the pain level, which is about a 9 right now, and with vibration drop it by 2 just by turning it on. And then after a
Awesome.
while,
And
it even drops it further. But literally, from what they've explained it to me as, they literally cannot get in. And the vibration signals, because it's constant and all over your body, tend to get there first because there's more of them and they move faster for some reason than the pain signals, which come from wherever they're coming from. And they fight over who gets in, and the first come, first serve. So it just blocks some of the pain signals. I don't know
I
where it
was
came
just on
from,
Tesla Bio.
and they don't know either, but it works. That's all I care. That's what I figure is a gift from God. If I was gonna be in this much pain all the time, He gave me a way out.
Yeah, I want him to give you some Tesla Bio healing jars too.
Yeah.
Um, I was just on the website. Of course, the MedBed generator jar is just a larger one, and that one's $19,000. You don't have to get that. That's just 100 times more powerful. Nobody has that kind of money. They do have financing, but there's a $600 one. It's just the more time you spend around it, it looks like a coffee jar. The more time you spend around it, apparently it'll help with your proper cellular activity. It's just that the MedBed generator jars, which are $20,000, are great for somebody in your position to accelerate whatever potentials
They also
have
work
using
for
it.
dogs.
Pets, yeah,
They do.
$500. $500 is $100 less than the adult biohealer. That's awesome. I want there's so many. Like, I want to buy one for my cousin's dog who's limping out his life, like dribbling pee and stuff, and
Right.
he's living out the rest of his days. But like, I wish and I told them to buy not a med bed, the pet healer. Stick it by his bed. Damn it, nobody
Well, if
listens.
he's got the money, I'd do it in a second.
He does.
Yeah.
He's the one that has the money. Just nobody wants. I don't know. They already did it, like a big surgery, this, that, and the other thing. Whatever.
Do you want to watch that Christmas video? The
I
music, the song.
Oh, you like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
go for it.
All right. I don't know what it is, but
I know she's gonna like it.
is there no volume? Oh, it is.
Red October's come and gone. The fuse is rushing towards the barn. Turkey right around the bend. Gobble, gobble, gobble down. You can feel it in the air. It's getting near that time of the year. Stringing lights and wrapping gifts. Got only one thing on my list. All I want for Christmas is freedom. All I want for Christmas is liberty. All I want for Christmas is freedom. For the whole wide world, for you and me. I don't care if they paint the White House black. All I want for Christmas is my president back. That silent night in Bethlehem, born to set us free from sin. No Santa Claus, no first Noel. Jingle, jingle, jingle bells. A bread to make the season right. A bread to breathe us back to life. What he died for on that tree, that's the only gift I need. All I want for Christmas is freedom. All I want for Christmas is liberty. All I want for Christmas is freedom. For the whole wide world and you and me. I don't care if they paint the White House black. All I want for Christmas is my president back.
Merry, 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 gonna be a merry Christmas. Merry, 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 gonna be a merry, 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 a merry Christmas. Gonna be a merry Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is freedom. All I want for Christmas is liberty. All I want for Christmas is freedom. For the whole wide world and you and me. I don't care if they paint the White House black. All I want for Christmas is my president back. All I want for Christmas is freedom. All I want for Christmas is liberty. All I want for Christmas is freedom. For the whole wide world. you and me. I don't care if the pink, the white, house black. All I want for Christmas is my president back. Freedom.
Merry, merry, merry. Gonna be a very,
Merry, merry,
merry Christmas.
wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Just hold off a second and watch the end. I couldn't help but wonder who was Good Dog and Buttercup. Yeah, there's that solar flare. The second one over
All
is
right, Joe,
really.
just listen to my voice and repeat after me. Oh, damn it! That's everything's expensive nowadays, you know. Well, not. All right, so the Build Back Better plan is free. This is how it works. So let's say you give me $20, right? And I give you $20, all right? And then I give you $10 back, right? Then we both make $10. See how that works? So I know a lot of you out there are having a hard time because of inflation. Everything's expensive nowadays, you know. Well, not for me, because I'm rich. But there is good news. The good news is I'm still rich. Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? Yeah, can I get a large you and 4 orders of not guilty? Kyle, is that you? You son of a bitch! You ruined me!
What popular phrase did Kyle Rittenhouse get America to say? What popular phrase did Kyle Rittenhouse get America to say?
I'm gonna go with C. All lives matter. Final answer.
Number C?
Correct!
Wow! An official Red Ryder AR-15 with a pedoscope and a thing that stops women beaters!
You'll shoot a pedo's eye out, kid.
I'm launching a full investigation on this heartbreaking miscarriage of justice. I'm gonna impeach Kyle Rittenhouse. Where's the bathroom?
It wasn't me. It was Jeffrey. I'm a hero just like JoJo. Democrats, please, come and save me. Do I hear a not guilty?
We've almost won this, guys. I'm confident that if you take your 500th booster and your family takes their 500th booster, you'll all be okay to spend Thanksgiving together.
JoJo! What? Why it gotta be you, JoJo? Go back to me! Anthony! JoJo! You guys had so much life left! Oh, man, I'm gonna miss old JoJo. I tell you, old JoJo, he's a good boy. Smart. And he was an upstanding citizen, right? And you know, he kind of reminded me of a lot of Hunter. You know, hell, JoJo reminded me a lot of myself. I'm sorry, Kyle. I swear I didn't mean what I said. Please don't sue me, Kyle. Please.
What are those little videos that I send that have a little? They end up being a cone on your computer, and then you play.
Those are VLCs. It's just it's the reason why it has a cone on it is because that's what you have your default video player set as. So anything that's a video file is going to be set as a cone.
Like that. Okay. Well,
That's
the one
what
that I sent out today showing the making of the diapers was a real eye opener.
There's a new JP too.
Yeah, Silver. I put that on my Facebook and Instagram. That's a good one. The
Oh,
What is
really?
it?
manufacturing.
That one
Where's,
was
is
real.
it in the private chat? Or is it in the email?
No, it's one of those. I don't know how to put it in private chat because it's one of those things. I sent it to you too. I might be able to tell you what the title on the video is. Hang on.
Is it sanitary masks?
Yes, sanitary.
Sanitary?
Got sanitary in it. Yeah, you're right, but I haven't found it yet. Wear your mask for sanitation. That's the name of it.
It shows like 3 or 4 Indian guys.
Wear your
It
mask
shows
for sanitation.
I'm looking right now. The last I got one shooting in Israel.
Keep going.
Veritas.
This was at 2:10 p.m. my time.
Oh, okay. Wear your mask. Okay. All right.
I just don't know how to make that show up.
Oh, I gotta download it. Oh, hold on.
Well, I download them, but then I would just click it and play it, and then it would be in the other window, and I could show it that way. Is that how it works?
Yeah, let me. It's 1 second. Oh, it's opening it now.
Because I haven't figured. I've got several of those I'd like to play, but I don't know how. That one was funny. No, funny, but gross. I sent it to everybody that wears masks. I didn't bother sending it to most people, but to anybody that puts a mask on, I send it to them.
Okay, 1 second.
We already knew it, but this was.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before.
I hadn't.
Yeah, I seen that about a year ago. But,
I knew they were making them, but I didn't know that there was a video of it.
I've seen about 4 or 5 videos of them.
And it came to me from somebody here in the state who is anti-Trump, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big anti-Trump. Kind of the way I am about HRC.
I'll be back.
She'd be back. Did you guys, I assume, saw the Wisconsin stuff?
I heard about it. I haven't seen the video
Yes.
or anything.
I saw on Inventor Lee Wheelbarger and
What?
Wake Up America podcast.
Say that again. You
What?
kind of say what you just said
I
again.
said, Wake Up America podcast was showing it, and Inventor Lee Wheelbarger on KLNW News is showing everything in Wisconsin, and an SUV saw the parade. It looked like a marching band in a parade, and came up behind them and proceeded to drive through them, going through people, crushing people, and continued on. And the people on scene were screaming and going towards the people that were crumpled. Apparently, the dancing grannies were involved. Grandma,
And dancing
Yeah.
girls, there were dancing girls and a band that hit. He didn't hit everybody. He swerved around some groups, but he came in behind the Santa Claus, went past Santa Claus, went through the parade fairly. I mean, there's several videos of him just missing people, swerving and missing people, and then he got behind this band and he just took them out. And you can see the SUV jump up in the air from rolling over the bodies. And then after he got the band, he went up and took out the grannies and then the girls.
What
was
his motive? Was he just crazy or something?
We don't know yet.
Just to cause a scene, just to cause. Yeah, we don't know. It's just speculation. Yeah. but I thought his performance was strange. The performance was strange. It seemed like either that was the last stretch before the highways, or it was a target of those specific, because he could have blown through so many more people. He made like maneuvers that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree with you.
From the clip I saw.
There's a bunch of videos at the link I just put in private chat.
I mean, we're not safe anywhere anymore. You can't even go to a Christmas parade.
No, and that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, apparently there were 3 people. I left the live feed shortly before coming on here. I had to go fix something to eat before I came on since I hadn't eaten all day. But
I guess to take our cars away because cars kill people.
Oh, yeah, I thought of that. That was the first thing Yvonne went through my head. But there's videos of him swerving and getting around and not hitting people. And then he gets into a situation where he can't keep going because the band is clear across the road. And then with the people on both sides, he had to take somebody down. At first, it looked like he was going to swerve into the crowd. But he went right straight into the band and accelerated, and the car jumped up in the air, rolling over the people. That's the piece that stuck in my head. And then you see him coming down behind the dancing girls, and the grannies are somewhere with the girls. I don't know if they were before or after. And there was plenty of room to pass some of them, but they didn't. And the car was found. Now get this. This was the funniest thing to me. Odd. Like Digital saying odd. The car was backed into a driveway. The damage on the car is the front of the car. Anybody going down the road on that city road could see that bright red SUV with all the damage done to the front of it. Anybody could. Everybody.
Let me hide this backwards.
Right.
You dumbass. He probably took more time to do that too. Before you go to the end, the beginning was weird to me because if you were the point where he decided I'm gonna hit people, he gingerly did it. He gingerly entered into assault mode instead of just gunning it. I would have wanted to accelerate as hard as I could if I was about to, receive cabal mission orders.
Yeah. The thing I did think of was that he waited to actually hit people towards the front of the parade so he could get out away from the parade and get gone. The sooner he hit people in the back, the more difficult it was going to be to get escape. But by going towards the middle or the front, he had less people to get away from and a better way. And he was able to escape for a short period. They have apparently got 1 in custody, 2 others at loose. They think there were 3 in the car.
And they're black, apparently.
Alone anything.
Or they think.
I don't understand what people get out of killing people or hurting people they don't even know. If I was
Mom, go lay down.
Paycheck. A paycheck.
A paycheck.
Paycheck.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
What?
How better?
Finish your story.
me.
I was just gonna say, if I wanted to hurt somebody real bad or kill somebody, I want to pick somebody that I hated or that has done me wrong. I don't understand killing strangers. Somebody
No,
you don't
I don't
know.
understand killing anybody. I
Oh,
I
hey,
even stopped
if
myself at 16 from killing my father, but that
oh,
I don't think it's like Digital said. It's a paycheck. They get paid. If it's a false flag, he got paid for this. They all did, and they get paid to go
so
through
it's good.
there.
It's
And
good that
yeah,
it's good for
But
them that they don't
what
know.
but what
what
it
did they want
does,
that done for? What
okay,
are they
for the
trying
very
to
same
say?
reason that what you said at the beginning, fear. How many people are going
For
to take
everyone else on the media and
parades this year? When this gets out, Christmas parades will be canceled. They'll be changed in some way to enforce safety, which isn't possible. And they can't, unless they take it out and arrest all of the, I mean, they can't have it in downtown or you got shooters out of windows. You've got cars coming down. This is
Right.
a way to prevent fear. I mean, to give more fear into Christmas and the
create,
holiday season, to keep us at home, to keep us from joining us.
accelerate.
That's what it's for. I don't have any doubt but that it's
Yeah.
for that. What is that?
And
Stickers.
Trumps. Are you making buttons? Buttons
No,
or
they're stickers.
Awesome.
They're trumpets.
Are they about an
You
inch or
made those
2
or you bought them?
I bought them. They're 2 inches.
Oh, okay.
I thought if I would like go out somewhere and I see like magazine pic, like a billboard or
Oh,
somebody's
you're not
face,
going to really do that.
I'll put a Trump face on it.
Yeah, like
You're really going to do that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
The girls that work at
I wanted
titty
to make a
bars
point
could put them
about-
on their nipples.
The girls what?
Oh shit.
That work at titty bars, the
Pasties. That's
naked
pasties.
dancers, they could they usually have to
Oh.
cover their nipples with something, and they could use
Yeah.
some of those.
Pasties.
I'm gonna put one on my
Gibbo,
phone.
Gibbo.
Uh,
Gibbo and I are going
I
into
think they
business on
normally use
pasties.
Band-Aids or something.
There. Now I've got a Trump phone.
No, they sell.
Now she's got it on her phone. Okay, so now she has a Trump phone.
I got
Yeah,
a
now
Trump
somebody's
phone.
gonna try and smash it.
It's a Trump phone.
I wanted to, yeah. Gibbo.
A Trump
I wanted
phone.
to say.
Yeah,
I wanted to
you
say.
like them. Yep. I know.
You could put
You know.
one on your bumper too.
Oh, you
I
have
wanted to say that it was a perfect place.
Have you seen my car?
Yvonne, you
Yeah,
Shut
yeah,
it.
I've seen pictures of it.
okay? That car
Shot
is
at.
a rolling ad for Trump.
Shut it.
There's, I mean,
It's a
that
rolling
Trump
target for A&J.
that
It's-
sticker on
it's-
her bumper wouldn't even be noticeable.
No. Let me find it. Hold on.
You
I'll
put it
get
at
a
a-
picture of it.
If you find Joe Biden
This is
bending
my
over.
car.
I wanted to say
Yeah,
it's
I've
the
seen
perfect.
it. Trump won.
And God's girl, and where we go one, we go all. QAnon.
What's that
Got your
6 stand
six.
for?
I've got your 6 means I got your back
Just
for
six.
Oh, okay.
police department and stuff like that. If they're ever in trouble, I got their back.
I wanted to say something.
All my friend, he's got a plotter. He makes all those stickers, and all the proceeds for the sales of the I've got your 6 stickers go to the police department.
Huh.
So
Well, they did a reverse 911, locked everybody down because they think the two they're still looking for could have gotten in houses. And there was one house that the occupant was calling for help and didn't know how to get out of her house because she saw somebody running around her yard and he didn't belong there.
It's like the Boston Marathon.
They locked everybody
that's
down.
what I said.
Yeah.
Remember how in the Boston Marathon they used cloth dummies too?
They did, but
They did.
I saw these people. This had to be CGI, not to be true. These people are. It just was awful.
It's a bad movie. It's a bad movie.
But the
I
only
wanted to say,
is that you brought up Maxwell, but there also was a shooting at I keep watching for Israel to poke up because Israel's supposed to be last. And today there was a shooting. Was it maybe yesterday their time, but our time today? A shooting at the wall, and people were shot standing at the wall. They didn't have hardly any information at all. It just had pictures, and it was happening, kind of thing. I didn't stay with it, but they had shooting there, and then there was a shooting in 2 other places that I saw first thing this morning. So they're after the guns, we know that, but like the car is next, and no parade. We're gonna give all these injections to the kids, and then on top of that, we're not gonna let them go to see Santa Claus in the Christmas parade because it's too scary.
Right. Did you listen to the X-22 from Friday?
What was its title?
It was what stage in the game do you play the trump card?
Yes. You cannot
It's
play
really,
that.
really good.
Yeah.
It's very
You can't
good.
play that here. You'll get taken down if you play it.
Hog plays it all the time, but he gets taken down too.
Yeah, all the time.
Hog plays it all the time.
And sometimes
He gets taken down. Oh,
they aren't bad, but some of them are, as far as censure is concerned, they're real bad. And that one I thought was
But
bad.
he explains the game they're playing and that one especially explains the game they've been playing very, very well.
Well, we want to go backstage to C19 anyway. We could watch it at backstage.
Right. But I'm gonna play this real quick. 1 second. Because we haven't seen one of him in a while. I'm hoping he's funny again. So
He's lost his sense of humor.
yeah, a little bit. He needs to be more sarcastic. I love sarcasm. Here we go.
Good evening. Tonight's top stories. President Biden achieves a record-setting low approval rating. Drug companies are calling you a criminal. The FBI raids James O'Keefe's home. And the NBA is penetrated by the Chinese Communist Party. All this and more. But first, California COVID numbers are now twice that of Florida. As California has the nation's strictest mandates in place and Florida has what's called freedom in place, we can't explain why California has twice the number of cases. But what we can say is we're disappointed in Florida for not doing their part to uphold the business model that we at the media have taken a pledge of allegiance to. Shame on you, Florida. I wish you were sicker. Rumors continue to swirl around California Governor Gavin Newsom as he wasn't seen in public for 12 days following getting the Moderna booster. He even had to cancel a trip to the Creating a Climate Crisis Summit. Our speculation is he was forced to take time off after getting the booster due to extraordinary health. The humanitarian CEO of the world's most trusted company, Pfizer, has publicly stated that people who spread misinformation about their COVID shots are criminals. Luckily, no irony there, as he is the head of the company that's had to pay the largest criminal fine in U.S. history. $2.3 billion to be exact. We're just grateful he's willing to call out criminal activity as he sees it. This just in, speaking truth is now a crime. Hashtag pharmaceutical sponsored censorship. People everywhere are pretending that the criminal organization has their best interest in mind, while they're also believing that men are giving birth. This year's top pharmaceutical salesman, Joe Biden, has built back better by making his whole administration not just about selling Americans pharmaceutical products, but also making it the law that they must buy them and take them. Kind of like how if I mandated my own shirts that I sell, there would be no conflict of interest. Yet for some reason, salesman Biden's mandates have been found to not be legal. This comes as a federal appeals court pauses the mandates, calling them fatally flawed and staggeringly overbroad. So sticking with their roots in crime, the criminal organization known as the Biden administration urged American businesses to ignore the court's legal ruling and still abide by the administration's illegal mandates. You okay, Joe? Get another booster, you diseased animal. In another feat of achievement, Joe Biden has achieved the lowest approval rating of any president in recent history, with an approval rating of 38%. Very impressive. Are approval ratings like golf where lower means better?
No, lower means worse.
Oh, well, I guess that's what happens when you have a pharmaceutical salesman in office instead of a president. And Kamala Harris's approval rating is through the roof at a staggering 28%. She's inspiring women everywhere to both sleep their way to the top and then fall their way to the bottom in approval ratings. The wife of the unluckiest man on earth had this to say about her record-setting VP approval rating.
We must together work together to see where we are headed, where we are going, and our vision for where we should be, but also see it as a moment, yes, to together address the challenges and to work on the opportunities.
Well said, Madam Totalitarian. Obviously, having recently taken speech lessons from Biden in order to learn how to use a lot of words to say absolutely nothing. As scholar Cat Turd points out, imagine having a president with a 38% approval rating and a vice president with a 28% approval rating with 99% of the media on their side. So in other words, accurate reporting is what you get from us. In other news, the CDC says there's not a single case of a naturally immune person transmitting the virus. Hey, wait a minute. That's an objective fact. That's not newsworthy. Moving along. As some have been worried about a civil war, this diagram helps us understand how close of a matchup it would be. One side having approximately 8 trillion rounds of ammunition while being very pro-gun, and the other side being very anti-gun while being very confused about which restroom to use. Can't wait to see who wins. In a witty exchange of words, Bernie Sanders crawled out from under the Clinton bus and tweeted this: "We must demand that the very rich pay their fair share, period." To which Elon Musk replied, "I keep forgetting you're still alive." Yes, Elon, the threat of socialism is still alive in this country. President Biden got together with Chinese Communist Party leader Xi Jinping during a virtual summit in order to be bossed around. Breaking strides with the woke ethos of the NBA, superstar Inez Kanter stands up against the Chinese Communist Party while supporting Taiwan with this tweet. And while wearing Free Tibet sneakers, Kanter reports that the NBA asked him to take them off out of fear of losing business in China. We can only hope that Kanter is punished appropriately for violating the NBA's mandate of virtue signaling to appear to be a good person rather than actually being a good person. It's rumored the reigning MVP of virtue signaling, LeBron James, will be mentoring Kanter in his re-education program that is inspired by China's concentration camps. And in other news, Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe had his home raided by the FBI. And just moments later, the New York Times published a story about it. Nothing suspicious here. This comes as O'Keefe has dropped several bombshell whistleblowing pieces in recent weeks exposing drug company corruption. Weird that a man that's exposing the criminal activity of drug companies would be raided by a government agency that's controlled by the same drug companies. And then somehow a media outlet that's also controlled by the same drug companies instantaneously has a story on it. No correlation there, and why don't we distract you by telling you that men can menstruate? Because they can. Why do you think they call it menstruation? Now, does that help you already forget about the thing we were just talking about? It does? Good. And finally, beloved White House press secretary Jen Psaki was asked what the president thinks of the most popular phrase in the nation. "Let's go, Brandon." To which she said, "I don't think the president spends much time focusing on it or thinking about it." But some say the president is very bothered by the statement and accused Psaki of lying. Yet when turned over to the fact checkers, they confirmed Psaki is in fact telling the truth, as they verified the president is indeed cognitively incapable of focusing or thinking. And that's it for today's Mind Control. Tune in tomorrow to get a booster of fear to strengthen your controllability. And we don't know why you keep watching us when you could easily turn us off and then be in control of your own mind. But thank you for keeping us on. Good night. What's up, my friend? All shirts in my Freedom line are proven to be 100% effective at protecting you against tyranny and obedience. Check
out. Speaking of O'Keefe, I thought it's an old, about 2 days or 3 days. Clip of O'Keefe with his attorney on Fox. It's the second link, and it's the best thing I've seen on that whole thing. And that.
What about the Gematrix? What is that?
I'm going to get to that. I'm just doing one.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the Fox one. The Gematrix one, Trump gave an interview on Kyle Rittenhouse's verdict.
Oh, yeah.
To what's-her-face on Fox. And there are two versions out there. One without the last piece and one with the last piece. The last, and I can't get the video because it was Twitter. I could watch it, but I couldn't get it. But it said, the complete one says that she asks him, are you going to come back and save the nation from Biden, or something to that effect?
Right.
And then he says, I love this country, and a lot of people are going to be very happy. After she asked if he's coming back to save the country. Stick that sucker in Gematria. Look at what comes up. Just hit the link, because it should bring up the link with all of the results.
We'll do that before the Fox one. So
yeah,
you know me, I love Gematria. That's our thing.
Well, that's why I did it, and it's amazing what's on there. But that's
the only thing that's like gave me somewhat of a love of numbers, is how much
how the
numbers are really fascinating. I mean, numerology is it stretches worldwide. I mean, it's every language, it's the universal language.
As far as numbers are concerned, doesn't do a thing for me. But I like Gematria and I like numbers. I want to change my name, and I've been trying to figure out and I've been plugging it into Gematria, and I can't come up with one. But
yeah.
Now, I mean, I want to but look at the things underneath there. It'll blow your mind, I love.
Yeah. Here's this is I love this country, and a lot of people are going to be very happy in Gematria. It says, in the results of Jewish Gematria, anointed Donald T. Brotherhood, third day, prayed Fishers is BLM. Prophecies, Fishers Trump, the ground, it is me, I am. And it says, dear deep state, more people are waking up, and they're waking others' lights on. I am a soul hammer in this clenched fist with Jesus of us at any easier mark bot. Too bad for the synagogue of Satan will be blotted out of the book of life by Mark himself. Carrie Ryan.
I liked a lot. I like that one a whole lot.
Carrie Ryan Renaud and the East Vancouver House of Horrors. He began to speak up and says she has fallen, Babylon has fallen, and all the graves, image of their gods have broken to the earth. Nice. That's scripture right there. We can take these numbers as a sign, but not as absolute proof. Great discernment is required. That's a good one. Internationally renowned Oversoul Initiative. Or intuitive. Oversoul Intuitive. The Lion of Judah laughs at the writings of the adversary. And now I will return to fight with the Prince of Persia, isn't that supposed to be the Antichrist? He's supposed to be Persian, the turban, turban.
I don't know. There's something there, but I can't put it together.
The Universe is a 5-year-old alien kindergarten show and tell.
A 5-year-old alien kindergarten show and tell. And what is the age they're now doing?
5, yeah. So now you know why old people are so damn stupid.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I object.
Well, here's your chance to prove your godliness to inspire. Reverse all spells and curses sent with negative intentions. That's wow. Make sure you if you've ever sent something out towards somebody, take it back.
Yep.
Reverse it.
You can also cancel contracts. I'm working on that.
Yeah, me too. I did that a lot too. I mean, I forgave everybody that ever did me wrong. I let it go.
What Dolores was saying the other night on that
forgive yourself. That is the hardest thing, is forgiving yourself.
Yeah, that's the one that's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because I've forgiven my parents, I just haven't totally forgiven myself for anything at all.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. So
even being
it's just, like Jordan Peterson says, it's not always the snake in another person's heart that you have to be wary of. It's the snake in your own heart. So
it's just hard for me to find that line between forgiving yourself for the stuff you did versus forgiving yourself for being born, or all the things you didn't do that you were told you did.
Right. So we'll go back to this. Reverse all spells and curses with negative intentions. Funny how sometimes this thing works and sometimes it doesn't in that life. No other object has been misidentified as a flying saucer more often than the planet Venus. There's no Venus. The redhead who contaminated weed in that movie about secret agents. The devil is attacking me while crying. He's being persecuted and is hiding behind the First Amendment. Who is the Lord of Hosts? Yahuwah. Yahweh. You have yet to meet a Dorian, but can confirm they seem nonviolent and are telepathic. New King David will take your soul and imprison it.
So that would indicate that the new King David is possibly the Antichrist, whoever the new King David is.
Whoever the false prophet's going to be. So.
Right.
Because that's coming. There is a false prophet. So.
He may already be here. He just hasn't come to the surface yet.
Well, he's there. He's just laying in wait. That's their card. So. Gratitud de todas as plataformas de comunicação com filtro de voz de Jesus Cristo, whatever that means in Spanish. I have no idea. Anyone who believes the one on the golden ratio is related to might is right is a great fool. And when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. Well, Jesus wasn't a name back then. It was Yahshua. So it's so much better than pizza because it just the better part of it. Oh, I know what pizza is. Blech. Psychotic witches with egg toast. They are totally. This is a spiritual warfare against the hidden and concealed lying witches in high places. Truth. Zach Thomas Armand claims that orbital rotations inside the sun's golden spiral is day. The sheriff at the hospital is literally a Lazarus project. Could that have been the shooting? Or that drive thing? Was there? Did they show a video of the police at the hospital or something?
Not yet. There will be, I'm sure. I don't know.
If their foreheads were sealed, they would not test my patients. Does that mean if your pineal gland is shut off? Yahweh and Yahshua, how my mark have merged and are one now. So God and Jesus, Yahshua said that he and his Father are one and the same. So, Ronaldo Garza Jr. changed with indecency with a minor, indecency with a minor. Ronaldo Garza Jr. Who is that? Charged with indecency with a minor. The sheriff at that hospital was literally a Lazarus Project.
All right, what's Lazarus Project? I forgot.
And look how it was spelled there, was literally,
Well, yeah, I just got more information. There's 15 patients at the Children's Hospital in Wisconsin from this thing.
It says, what is, I have lost my memory. I need to recover it. Gary Marine, Mentor, Hawaii, Plan Casino, Chicago, numerology, a known creator. What happens in Walmart stays in Walmart. LOL.
Oh, they've also come out. They just came out and said that it appears and this makes some sense, digital. It appears to be a vehicle fleeing a separate crime scene of a stabbing when it plowed into the parade. One person in custody. Investigation ongoing. No initial link to terror or the recent Rittenhouse verdict. And 15 kids at the kids' hospital. No deaths so far announced. And FBI is aware of it, but they're not involved because it's not got anything to do with them.
Yeah. So, all right, it says January 17, 2016. What happened January 17, 2016? All right. We all got hell for eternity unless we fight for heaven. Truth. 144,000 chosen are Quakers, Amish, and a select few Hebrews. Hydrochloroquine, zithromycin,
what's that saying? Is that light workers, that 1/4 of the light workers?
144,000. It's like 144,000 chosen are
light worker number.
Yeah.
That's the light worker number, and they're saying that is all of them are Quakers, Amish, and a select few Hebrews.
Yeah.
That's what that says, right?
What they say, yeah. Whoever said it.
Or not, that's what it says.
Yeah. Run radical peace all over earth, all realms. Yes. Ready to go now, Jesus, where are you? Through that. I am witness within the old church, Rebecca thieving from the homeless. Ray was my name, as Lord is Lord. Adolf Hitler, this entity was greatly confused. They were all on the same team, deceiving us with lies called news. Inhale, exhale, breathe with me. Come play my game. You're the victim. The Spurs COVID pandemic is yet another desperate pseudo-Masonic deception. Media, the trumpet masons is
I got
Bill, the lie, Trump state-run Matt P. Foolish, not steal foolish. There is a giant heart of John Christon backer staff surrounding this in all universes. That the results is simple in English is I don't know what that word is.
Yeah.
The two witnesses, Apollo and Uriel, will be divine polyglots. I don't know what polyglots are, but Sergeant Robert Brundle, RCMB, badge number 36810. And thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. That was a backstabber. Radish Shadov, president of South Urals Industrial Group. But if he's so shy, then I should have to be more outgoing than I usually am. Royal wedding, Meghan Markle marries Prince Harry at Windsor Castle. Eat it, eat my thumb, taking your eye out and a knife to your neck.
And that's lovely.
The satanic family does not have authority over me or my family. Amen. All gematria calculations of all the underdoing situations, gematria. There's the alphabet a couple of times. Satan's only goal is to completely turn humanity into food. Truth.
True,
Ancient Babylonian nobilities merged with the Roman partition families. That's why Rome never disappeared. It just went underground.
Right.
Underground incinerators are used to dispose of the human bodies. Yep.
Yep.
It's truth. Self-replicating nanomachines are in the bodies of Magellan's victims. Insignia of a triangle and a 3 lateral lines and the trilateral symbol. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. All the gematria calculations of all the underdoing situations, gematria. Let's see how he compares to me when he's entirely of the steroids. The crystalline transition of the planet per Archangel Metatron. Metatron is wasn't he a Decepticon? Wasn't he was one of the Transformers, wasn't he? Metatron?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All the animal love the Mother Earth because she loved them too. Chuckles. Prince William and Prince Harry actually look like my 2 sons. Ugly kids. I am pretty sure I'm going to be beaten to death by a mob of mad Satanists. All those that lie about Zach Osman will have their place in a volcano. Algún día ves something in Spanish. Patty Woods, file no 657870005. They just gave out somebody's phone number. Devil busy picking his nose. He will check too log when he is done. Apparently he has a dirty nose. 1121-551 FSFR license plate number 2 PM. This gave out somebody's license plate. England, Ukraine, Finland, Russia ready for war with Italy, Greece, and Albania. Arbiter is someone with the power to settle matters at will. The law societies worldwide have been infiltrated by the Illuminati. We know that. We are not unkind. We are just rapscallions looking for a good time. Okay. Focus contra Yuri Rocha. I'm not speaking that. All right. The Saturnists will descend into the bottom of the universe. Google is a Russian conspiracy to intermarry with the Irish. 1060 Howe Street, room number 425. 1270-602 Howard Street, Petrochi. Revelation 20 verses 2 and 3. Coward has way out. April 3rd, 2060, 94 day of the year. The Antichrist body will remain on the earth in a living hell with Satan. Good. Some Loki awake ... in another region. Kanto on Pokemon Gold. Open house on March 19th. Brock's Meeting 2013. Leveling Elder Brickle Apostle is freaking difficult family. The Children of God were married June 15, 2013. Shamanic rituals within the most powerful feminine vortex. Zach Garsman proclaims that Satan's kingdom is in Pephlosphere. 19th day of the year in 1954. Zachary Arsman proclaims that the details of the Bible are corrupt. On September 19th, Philip and Goosey hung the new bathroom door. Okay. Okay. The Quran fragments said to date from the time of Muhammad are found in Britain. So, interesting.
I thought some of the ones at the very beginning were just right smack dab on.
They were, the other two were just weird.
Yeah.
And so, and we're gonna do the Fox one. Let me do this one second.
Usually the ones in English and simple are more right on than the other, but this one was the reverse. Which I
also mirrored.
Yeah. And the fact that not all of the Fox videos that are put out about that interview have the ending of it.
Right.
Skip that entire question of hers and his answer from most of the videos.
Here we go. We're going to do this one. Oh, crap. Hold on.
And tonight, a major developing story after the FBI raided the home of Project Veritas CEO and founder James O'Keefe, along with other Project Veritas journalists, as part of an investigation into a diary believed to have been written by Joe Biden's daughter, Ashley. Now, according to O'Keefe, within an hour of the first raid last week, the New York Times reached out for comment. Now, how did the Times know about the search warrant so quickly? I don't know. It's just one of many unanswered questions. Kind of sounds like that pre-dawn raid on Roger Stone. Fake news CNN cameras just happened to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, here to explain more, his first interview. He is the CEO and founder of Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, along with his attorney, Paul Cali, is with us. Welcome, both of you. James, I think it's important to establish other media, and I'm not comparing you to other media, but other media use undercover cameras and have for many, many years, like even 60 Minutes and NBC's To Catch a Predator, right? That this is not a new form of journalism. You acknowledge that?
Well, Sean, on Saturday morning, I acknowledge that, but I woke up to a pre-dawn raid banging on my door. I went to the door to answer the door, and there were 10 FBI agents with a battering ram white blinding lights. They turned me around, handcuffed me, and threw me against the hallway. I was partially clothed in front of my neighbors. They confiscated my phone. They raided my apartment. On my phone were many of my reporters' notes, a lot of my sources unrelated to this story, and a lot of confidential donor information to our news organization, Sean. So I've heard the phrase, the process is the punishment. I didn't really understand what that meant until this weekend. And Sean, I wouldn't wish this on any journalist.
Let me go into the issue. Like anybody that works in any form of journalism or in the press in any capacity, whether you're a talk show host like me or doing what you do or doing what anybody else does. In the course of doing your work, you have sources, correct? You have whistleblowers. You have people giving you tips all the time. To what extent can you tell us the context under which you were given this diary? I assume you did not take the diary yourself, did you not? Is that correct?
That's correct. I'll speak to that, Sean, if I can. An anonymous source contacted Project Veritas and indicated the source had in its lawful possession a copy of the diary that the source said belonged to Ashley Biden. Project Veritas had no prior contact with the source. Source had a lawyer. The lawyer engaged in negotiations with Veritas's in-house counsel in the resulting written agreement, like so many news organizations do. Veritas, the source again affirmed that it had lawful possession of the source material. In exchange for that, Veritas agreed to pay money for the right to publish the material. As you know, Sean, Veritas never did. It killed the story on the newsroom floor. It went a step further, and it turned the material into local law enforcement. The actions of President Biden's Department of Justice in this case are unprecedented because there's decades
let me go
of
into
Supreme
this.
Court precedent.
James, I've known you for a long time. You had no direct knowledge that what this source was giving you could in any way have been stolen. You were not able to corroborate the authenticity of the diary, and you never ran it. At what point then did you go to law enforcement on your own unsolicited and tell them that you had this in your possession and it might be somebody else's?
Well, Sean, I mean, we get sources come to us all the time. We have thousands of sources come to Project Veritas. The routine nature of journalism to be shown information from a variety of sources. But this is an attack on the First Amendment by the Department of Justice. We didn't publish the story. We couldn't authenticate the story, so our journalists looked into it. We did not publish the story because we could not authenticate it.
Which, by the way, if you can't authenticate it, then you did the right thing. At what point did you feel a need to bring this to law enforcement? At what point in the process did that happen?
After the decision was made to kill the story and not run it. I got to add one thing, if I could, Sean. You use the S word. It's really important to understand not to buy the premise that the diary's stolen. Nobody.
Well, that was my
nobody
next
knows
question.
If that's the case.
I have been reading all over the internet, everywhere in between, that she claims it was stolen, but other people claim it might have been left in a former place of residence of hers. Do we have an answer to that question?
We do, but I think people might look at me and say that I'm crazy for talking about the facts at the level I have already. And so I'm going to respectfully say that's going to come out. It's going to be awfully favorable to James and awfully favorable to his news organization.
Well, I think it's awfully interesting that James is the one that brought it to law enforcement's attention. Let me ask this question. What is the alleged crime that they have here?
I don't know. This was
They didn't tell you?
Turned in a year ago. Well, the search warrant has misprison of a felony, accessory after the fact, and transporting material across state lines as the basis for raiding the home of a journalist and seizing his work papers and journalist notes.
I would assume both of you are pretty familiar with Daniel Ellsberg and the Pentagon Papers case and the New York Times obtaining stolen top secret documents that they were publishing. They actually set a precedent in the U.S. Supreme Court in a 6-3 decision that said they had the right to publish it, even though that was stolen material. Do you see
Not only
similarities?
the right to publish, the right to, it's entirely similar. There's no exception to Mr. O'Keefe and Project Veritas. The right to take the material knowing it was stolen, the right to seek comment, the right to investigate, and ultimately the right to publish. This is outrageous and unprecedented. And journalists everywhere on either side.
Why, if you went to authorities a year ago, if I'm understanding you correctly, why did this come up now? James?
Listen, James, go ahead. I'm sorry, Sean.
I don't know the answer to that, Sean, but this is, they've crossed the bridge here. If they can do this to me, these are about certain principles that are so fundamental. Our First Amendment in this country. I'm calling upon all journalists to take a stand against this. A source comes to us with information. I don't even decide to publish it. If they can do this to me, if they can do this to this journalist and raid my home and take my reporter notes, they'll do it to any journalist. This is about something very fundamental in this country. I don't know what direction this country is going in, but journalists everywhere have to rise up because we broke no laws here. They could do it to me. They'll do it to anybody.
So when they came to your house in this pre-dawn raid and they threw handcuffs on you and pulled you out of your house and 10 agents go inside, I assume they took items out of your house and office, as I understand it. At that point, did they just take the handcuffs off and say, see you later?
They spent about over 2 hours in my apartment, and they confiscated 2 of my iPhones. And again, these phones contained a lot of source information and reporter notes on them. These are serious First Amendment issues and donor information to our news foundation. So yeah, it's troubling. I asked to speak with my attorney a few times. They allowed me to do that, but I was kind of in a state of shock, frankly. I can't believe this is happening.
What? Let me go back. I'm trying to understand this. So a year prior, you go to law enforcement on your own. That you have a source, gives you information, you don't know where it came from, you try to corroborate it, you're unable to do so, issues arise as to where this might have come from. You, on your own a year prior, go to law enforcement. Did you hand over to them at the time this diary? And did you have any indication where the diary came from? James?
Came from the source, Sean, as I said.
The source gave us the information, and we didn't know if it was stolen or not. We don't know that.
I would assume then
but journalists throughout the 20th century have been given information. You know, the Washington Post and the New York Times are given information inside all manner of institutions, and they're protected by the Supreme Court of the United States to publish that information that a source gives to them. So there's no distinction between.
Did they ask you for the name of the source? Are you going to protect that source?
Well, insofar as they have my reporter's notes on the phone they confiscated from the pre-dawn raid, they have access to the contents of my iPhone, which is deeply troubling and should outrage the ACLU and any other journalist in the United States. They have access to
James. They don't
all
care
of the contents from my phone.
Believe me,
Look, I sent him a letter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Paul.
Sorry. I sent him a
I'll give you the
letter.
last word.
I sent him a letter. I let him know that I represent James, and in the normal course, the material on the phone that they're entitled to have would have been produced promptly. It's the other material on there that is deeply troubling. This is the First Amendment. It's an assault.
Would this, on a scale of 1 to 10, how damaging, if this turned out to be true, you haven't been able to authenticate it, if it turned out to be true, how damaging would this be to the president and his family? James?
Look, you know the answer to that?
Well, I mean, I think I couldn't authenticate the source material. I had a newsroom at the time. We were looking through it for a little while. We couldn't authenticate it, so I decided not to run it. And I'm trying to figure out what more we could have done as journalists. What more could I have done but not run the story and handed it over to law enforcement? I don't know what more we could have done. And so we decided not to publish the story. So what on earth, what action could we have taken as reporters beyond the action that we've taken?
You're raising a great question.
And decide not to publish.
And why did it take a year? All right, we're going to continue to follow the story. James O'Keefe, thank you. Paul, thank you for being with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most.
To me, it obviously has to do with he has been doing too much good work, just starting Pfizer and all those other, and so they came after, and they alerted the New York Times.
Is Vicky okay?
Yeah, I put a response to that in private chat, Yvonne.
But she dropped out, so she didn't see it.
Oh, I thought I put it in after, but anyway.
Yeah,
hang on. I'll put it back in so you can see it now.
Oh, okay.
There it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what they did with him has nothing to do with anything other than he created an awful lot of heat.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff about the Poof and what's in the Jabberwocky Vacations, and they were really bad at him, so they just came after him. Stopped him is what they made somebody like HRC or Obama probably said stop him. So they've stopped him by they're going after him in every possible way. And I'm not 100% sure I like the way he does everything he does, but still, if it's legal, it's legal.
Right.
And that sounds like a responsible. It may do him more good than.
And what really does him good was that, they didn't publish it because they couldn't verify it at the time.
So that means that the stuff that they have published, they verified. Because
and then going after it just proves that it's real.
Yeah, and so to me, if he gets a good PR person on this and get some more info out in the public, it could actually do him a great deal of good. But he's got to get after it.
Yeah.
Because of the mainstream media, what mainstream media is saying about this is so totally different that no one that listens to him, mainstream media, will ever pay any attention to him again.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
My toenails.
Oh, okay.
I was doing it off camera.
But you're not talking.
Sorry. I got calluses too. So, what? Get back. I had to take Gitmo outside.
Yeah,
he had some eggnog earlier. So
he ate what?
He had a little bit of my eggnog.
Yep. Right straight through him, huh?
Yep. He liked it though.
Oh, I'm sure. There are things I don't like too, but they go straight through me.
Yeah, I like eggnog too, but it's so fattening. It's got fat and sugar in it. I won't.
don't even like it.
There's a lot of things I like, but I won't buy it because I'll eat it all up. You know, I went to go see my doctor the other day for a checkup, and her and the nurse practitioner have no problem that I'm not jabbed. And she also said she would prescribe the Ivor, you know, the ivermectin. I guess I can say that. And I called my pharmacy, and they have it. So that makes me feel good because I know now that if I get sick, I can get it with no problem.
Well, you can get it now. Can you get it 5 days from now?
Yeah, but of course I'll have to be checked first. I'll have to let them stick that thing up my nose. But whatever, you know. Yeah, if it comes back positive, she said she would prescribe it to me. I couldn't believe it. I know she's a Trump supporter because she understood. She didn't exactly say it, but she said it in so many words. I told her that I had to. Had a lot of anxiety and was stressed after the election, and she said, yeah, she knew how I felt, and she just didn't watch the news anymore. So that was telling me right there.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and her nurse practitioner, when I told her that the hospitals were using the wrong protocols, she confirmed what I already pretty much knew. She said that they had to do it. It was the government making them do it, and they didn't have any choice. And that's, you know, that's criminal right there, because it's pretty clear that
they're all involved. All
yeah.
of them.
Well,
they do have a choice. They do have a choice. Their choice.
Well, they might get fined or not paid, or I don't know. I mean,
that's
maybe
what I mean. They can lose their license. The way the wording is on the AMA document that went out to the doctors, they can either comply completely or they're going to lose their license.
Yeah, so that's why I have to
do choice, because
that drug that they're you know, you would think that everybody getting their organs shut down, or most of them, and then dying on the ventilators, that's, you know, that's a wake up call, but they're still doing it. And the nurse practitioner said something I couldn't believe it. She must be really cool. She said, "Yeah, the government wants us all dead." And I said, "Yeah." So you know, I'm just glad that I have a cool doctor and nurse practitioner.
You're lucky. You're blessed because
yeah, I know.
Well, one doctor tried to take his choice, which was, I'm not going to give that medication to my patients. And he prescribed something else. He was dismissed from the hospital, license revoked, and he was removed by police.
That's criminal and illegal, and he needs to sue somebody.
Well, the thing about it is, every one of these doctors and nurses need to say, I do have a choice. I follow the government and kill people.
Yeah.
Or I quit, or make them, I'd stop following the government. I'd start prescribing the medication that is correct.
Yeah.
And then when I'm fired, I'm coming back and owning the hospital.
Yeah. That's what they need to start doing, because
they're not doing that. So when they say they have no choice, that's a lie. They do.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
They have three choices. They do what the government wants them to do. They quit, or they prescribe correctly and wait to get fired.
Yeah.
And
there'll be a lot of lawsuits, and you know, that's what it's going to take to stop this insane.
If this thing actually gets turned around, my guess is it'll be decreed that every doctor and nurse who got fired now has their job back. Hospital and the hospital hierarchy is gone.
Yeah.
But
I
And that's the
highly,
way that's the way it ought to work in Linda's little world. But they do have choices. It's not that they do not have a choice. They do.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a pleasant choice. It's like choosing to go jump in the Pacific River on New Year's Day or Pacific Ocean on New Year's Day, or jump into the volcano's depths. Neither one are going to be pleasant.
Well, you know what's so sad is that there's so many people that are dying needlessly. There's so many people that they're already not healthy. That's probably why they got it and got sick. But they try to stick it out instead of trying to seek treatment. Like getting what I'm going to get or the infusion or do something. They wait till they're so sick that they have to go to the hospital. And then once they get there and get that drug and get on the ventilator, it's basically, even my doctor said that when I mentioned it, she said, yeah, 85% of the time they say to each other, yep, 85% of the people that get on the ventilator aren't going to make it.
It's higher than that.
Well, that was her. Well, maybe she meant in my town.
Right.
And there's been a lot of people right here in my community that have died, and I've heard.
I do want to put a plug in for something. Last Thursday, I was pretty well convinced I was coming down with something fairly significant, which is not normal in the head category. Head cold is abnormal for me. And I'd already treated it for sinus. If it was sinus, that was not getting better. It's getting worse. I was running a fever. And so I don't have everything here yet that I've ordered. I don't have the Q drug and I don't have zinc. But other than those two, the two things that they say to do is to double or triple, depending on what you're taking. For me, it's a double dose of D and a double dose of C.
Yeah.
For 3 days. Tomorrow is started at Friday. So it's Friday, Saturday, and today is Sunday.
And don't forget your zinc.
I don't have it here. It's not.
You better get some.
I can't go get it. So
just
she's bedridden. So
I'm not able to get. I'm in a wheelchair without transportation.
You can't order it online?
I've already ordered it. It's just not here.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood you.
Yeah, no, it's just not here yet. And I physically go myself and get it.
Yeah.
So I don't have it to use. I even ordered the Z-Stack to go along with what I was already taking. But that's not here yet either.
Yeah.
But so all I had of the do, if you think you're going to come down with it, is the C and the D to work with. And it's done a dramatic it's a dramatically changed the way I feel. I'm no longer running a fever, and I know that without the zinc that the C is not going to be as good, but at least it's in there. And I've been taking D3 at a high dosage now for about 6 months.
I take 10,000 almost every day. How much do you take?
Wait a minute. The other, what was said, don't fall down in the trash can. Please don't go fall down in the trash can.
You need to take some vitamin K with that vitamin D, because I heard that it'll
yeah. What was said the other day was 100,000 for 3 days, so it's 50. I'm taking 50.
Oh, okay.
Then you up it to 100,000 for 3 days, and you double. And in fact, all you really have to do is double the Z-Stack, and you get it all.
You know what I need? And you can order it too. That sinus flush, the saline with the warm water, and you squirt it up your nose, and it'll clean your sinuses out.
Right. I've ordered nebulizer, and I've ordered the food grade peroxide, but that's not here yet either.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I have, however, I did have I ordered it back a while and got a antiviral nasal doohickey from
Yeah.
Virus Shield, and I got a regular nasal spray from Virus Shield. So I've been using it.
Well, you
But-
know, if everybody would do that and take care of themselves and be careful, a lot less people would be dying.
Yeah, that's the reason I keep pushing on here that people need to get what you need to get. Because you can't, if you think you're coming down with something, if you can get up and go out and get the stuff and it's available, fine. But at the same time, how many people wake up in the morning and feel like shit and they're sick and they want to go to the grocery store and fight these people?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to go out, or you don't go out because you're also afraid of giving it to people, or getting killed because you don't have a mask on. And you need to have it in the house, and you need a regular set of things you do to make yourself specifically healthy in relation to this disease, which is spike proteins. And then you need a treatment for when you get sick, do this and have everything together and do it.
Yeah.
And people aren't doing that. Nobody that I know of is doing
and I don't understand that. You know, people know that it's
my age, especially. I mean, all my friends are in their 70s. Nobody or 80s, and nobody's doing it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean,
No,
you know, it's not that I'm afraid to die, but I don't want to die. I don't want to die of the jab or the virus, and I sure don't want to die in a hospital on a ventilator.
Got that right.
Yeah,
that's my point. Do not put me in a hospital. I will either
get a DNI.
I've got enough oxy in a drawer.
Oh yeah.
That will take me and the dog. And we'll just take ourselves out because I'm not going to the hospital.
Yeah, I might go.
There's nobody to be there. There's nobody to even represent me. I've got people that are signed up to do it legally, but they're not going to show up.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I would go to get the infusion if they have it. My sister got it, but that was a while back. And here in Alabama, they've kind of run out of it. They're not getting it in very much, but I'll get it if it's available, and then I'll get the ivermectin too. I don't think my insurance would pay for it, but it's supposed to be pretty cheap, so I'm not worried about it.
It was the local guy in Longview is the brother of a friend of mine, and it's now in his pharmacy, $900.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Surely not.
Oh yeah, because he's selling it out the back door.
Well, my pharmacy wouldn't do that.
Well, he either sells it out the back door or he don't sell it.
Well, my pharmacy actually has it stocked, and they're real. They have a lot of integrity.
You're not sitting on the West Coast either.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I consider myself very lucky because I was just really surprised when she said yes, because I was thinking she was going to look at me like I was crazy or something, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's a horse wormer."
Right.
And but a lot of people don't realize that they make it for humans too.
They made it for human first. It was a human drug first.
Oh yeah. And you can actually do the horse paste too if you know what you're doing. If you measure it out, but I would prefer not to do that. I want the human pill myself. But
I want it easy.
I heard one guy say, I think it was on YouTube, that he got the horse paste and he just takes a little tiny dab of it every day as a preventive.
Right.
Now, I don't know if I would want to do that, but it wouldn't hurt to have it around, just.
Right. And I would have it if, I mean, out here with the price, you can't get it because governors declared that doctors are not permitted to prescribe it. They are not, the pharmacists are not permitted to.
Well, they do here. And I'll tell you something else too. My nurse practitioner said she got some from Amazon. It's probably the horse paste, but
it's a horse paste.
Yeah, but I looked on Amazon. It is there. So
yeah, I looked at it, but I honestly I don't trust Amazon.
Well, yeah, that's a thought, but I don't know.
I'm afraid.
Or you could get somebody to get it for you at the co-op or something.
Well, I can't get anybody to do that.
We have a co-op here. I'm thinking about getting some because you just have for spare because who knows? They might run out. My doctor might she might get fired or die or something, and maybe I might not get another doctor to prescribe it, or maybe my pharmacy will run out. So
well, they've already closed several pharmacies here that would not refuse to sell it. So they're now the licenses were revoked. And
I wonder why pharmacies would refuse. Why would a doctor refuse to give it, and why would a pharmacy refuse to give it? I don't understand that. If they make it,
they didn't have that's another one of those situations where they did not feel like they had a choice. The governor clearly has stated, and in writing,
the government controls the pharmacies.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, well, we have a cool governor too, Governor Kay Ivey. She put a executive order banning the mandate. I don't know, how good it stands, or
right.
if it
probably to save people.
Huh?
It's probably enough that she just came out and said it. That will save people. And
yeah.
It will give people a chance to fight it. But here,
Republican too.
The very fact that the governor does not, and what's worse is the governor also mandated no prescription of HCQ and no filling of HCQ in the pharmacy. However, HCQ is a routine, long-term drug that lupus patients have to have to survive. And they could not get it.
That was one of the things that Trump got. I have a list of the things that he got. The Q was one of them. Ivor, next one, and then he had doxycycline and zinc and one other thing, but I can't pronounce. But he, he might not have needed all that, but I guess they were just being overly cautious because he was the president.
Right. Yeah, one of those that you rattled off is an antibiotic, and it would not work on this.
I'm gonna.
What?
With all this stuff, talking. I don't want.
Oh yeah, we better cool it.
I gotta take this out anyhow. Be back.
I mean, but they shouldn't. I mean, we're just talking.
We're not getting out medical information, YouTube, but they're gonna get me for it. So
okay, well, I'll shut up.
But I'm gonna see what this is, and
okay.
So I don't know if it's a video for. But I like praying Pepe, so.
That's the one that is done like it's Monkey Works. Turn the music off.
Okay.
The music off, they'll get you on the music. This is like Monkey Works. That's what they're doing here. Isn't that hilarious? And you know what it looks like, don't you? Now you know what it looks like.
A drawing?
That drawing, what's it look like?
I can't tell.
It's a male anatomy.
Oh, yeah. Huh. That's weird.
But he did that. That was the boats and stuff, but he drew it up like that. I loved the start of this. This was good. I'll be back. Sorry.
All right. Oh, you're good. Those shipping containers?
This one's bad, but you can do the sound.
I can? Okay, 1 second.
Once you stop the. What? Careful. Don't jump. Don't have nothing in. The CEO went for a trip.
The CEO?
The CEO was the one standing in front of the car.
That's his stupidity.
That's weird.
He was getting, yeah, they thought they had it all ready to go, and here's this brand new thing, and where the CEO's going to stand in front of the car while it goes, and it did, but it knocked his ass on the ground.
Can I? I'll play it.
Can you imagine if Trump had done that?
Oh, he's playing music now. Like, we'll just talk while he does his memes. He's got good memes. Oh. Graham Pepe. Hmm. (1962) You can order guns from mail order catalogs by simply sending in a check. There's no background check, no license required, no restrictions. Almost anyone could get a gun. There's also 0 mass shootings, so this is not about guns, it's about the people. I remember that. Good for him. You can talk, Yvonne. We're just watching.
Okay. Where did Hawk go?
I don't know. Silver went to take Doggy out. He might be doing something. I don't know. He didn't. Hawk, you still here? Digital?
He must have went to sleep.
This is funny. I gotta read this. It says, you know how America is so stupid to survive? The Gorilla Glue girl who coated her entire head in glue and then couldn't figure how it wouldn't come off now has 700,000 Instagram followers, a $15,000 haul on GoFundMe, and a manager and a lawyer to sue Gorilla Glue.
Isn't that terrible?
This is America. The more stupid you are, the more popular you become, and while the actual smart people are banned, censored everywhere. You're watching the fall of civilization.
Yeah.
It's truth.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but years ago, my oldest son let me watch a movie, and I can't remember the name of it, but I just wonder if there's something to it. You know how they have movies of something happening and then it actually happens later, like some of these cartoons. But it was people were real stupid, and you'd go to a hospital and
Idiocracy.
everybody was just like
Idiocracy. Yeah,
Huh?
that turned into a
Oh yeah, that's
documentary.
the name of it. That's the
Idiocracy.
name
Yeah.
of it. Idiocracy. You think there's going to be some truth to that? it's
already
it's-
been cruise to that. That's 2020, darling.
That's what I'm, because everybody's saying there's going to be a bunch of zombies, and I'm thinking that might be what we're going to look like one day. That's scary. And you know who would be running everything? Artificial intelligence, and we'll just be like little slaves.
You
and
were in the
servants.
Matrix. That's a documentary there. They put a lot
Yeah.
of truth in the Matrix. So, yeah, that's that was Ted Cruz on the top, by the way. So,
Oh, Yvonne.
Oh, he's back. He woke up.
Yvonne, I don't think you should put anything up your nose. I'm kidding.
I do it every now and then if I feel like I'm about to get sick.
I don't take anything. I don't even take an aspirin. I just want.
Well,
Oh my god.
I'm talking about that saline solution that you squirt up your nose.
Oh my god! Look at that.
No, I talk about tests. You were talking about getting tests.
Oh, that. Oh, well, that's the only way I could get a prescription. They have to have proof that I have it.
That's what I'm
I'm
talking
not
about.
that worried about getting
I don't like
checked.
it.
I just don't want the jab.
Oh, but there's reason to suggest that even the little swab is either taking something from you or putting something in you.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
look at that.
It's just a chance
I
I'll
don't
have
know,
to.
but we've heard that.
One of the books on the table when he was talking says how to lie with statistics.
I think I've seen that before.
I always pay attention to the books that are on the bookshelves and all the things on the bookshelves.
Yeah.
They always put comms back there. And you look at the razor wire, they're keeping people in, not out. So. Yep.
Who's that girl?
She's
a hooker or something?
She's
so
one of the
sad.
handlers. She's one of the handlers.
Uh,
She's I think she's Rachel.
That was an old picture because he looked young there.
So that was all on Epstein's Island. Yeah, chemical conditioning and cartoons. So it looks normal when you see it.
Looks like jets. I like it when it comes out of jets.
That's bullshit right there. I don't ever wear them anymore.
Kaylee, I miss Kaylee. I want her binder back.
Yeah, there's a big difference between her and Jen.
Yeah. Look at her as a baby with her daddy.
Wait, Kaylee McEnany's a man?
Yeah.
Kaylee McEnany's a man?
No, she's her daddy's
Damn.
daughter. No, she's John F. Kennedy Jr.'s daughter.
That's the rumor.
Yeah. She's not a man, she's the lady. That's Michael Jackson.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Michael.
looks like an old lady.
Former president of Drag Queen Story Hour Foundation and Children's Court judge arrested on 7 counts of child pornography.
Fucking weirdos.
Joy the Millstone.
Okay.
When someone says the government would never lie to us, you should wait for them to finish her speech to drop facts. This is the tree.
I've seen that before.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
God's just amazing. You know?
Wonder what the significance of it is. Oh, it's about breathing.
Well, trees produce the oxygen that we need,
Oh, okay.
and we produce what the trees need.
Okay.
So we without trees we couldn't have air. So we all take care of each
We're
other.
nature.
Yeah.
We're all nature.
Everything has a purpose and a reason. But they've messed with it, so that's why everything's out of whack.
They gave him a picture book.
Yeah.
You know who that's supposed to be.
Yeah. I like that picture.
I am freezing. What the shit?
What?
I said, I am so cold.
Is it cold outside?
Well, it's 40, but it's windy and it's wet, and I had to go out and set my chair so that Ace could walk across the ramp deck to get to his door to go down his ramp to go pee. But I have to sit in the middle to keep the wind from knocking him sideways.
Oh, look at her mask malfunction.
Isn't that that's a good mask malfunction, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the vibrator back on. Holler if you can hear it. I moved the mic, but holler if you can hear it.
Well, you need it for your pain, so.
I need to do something.
It sounds like a kitty cat.
Mm-hmm. Operation COVID, blah blah blah, is live military exercise like Mike Pompeo told you. Cover story to arrest elites. It's over the click of a button.
What?
There was a doctors on trial at Nuremberg. Nuremberg Code Rule 1. Voluntary consent as the human subject is absolutely essential. Means a person involved should have legal capacity to exercise free power of choice without the intervention of any element of force, fraud, deceit, duress, overreaching, or other ulterior form of constraint or coercion. We're finding a 6,000-year-old satanic cult of cannibals, and only my friend is why we do what we do. Amen.
That Argentina video that I sent it to some I don't want to see anything bad people. Boy, did they have a shit fit and hit me over the head on that one.
Look at that one. Can't unsee that shit.
No, this photo you cannot unsee. That is the strongest example I've seen. I've seen a bunch of those, but not like this.
Proof you can put lipstick on a fucking pig. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, you can. You've never seen.
Look at him and his daddy or his clone.
You can paint pig toenails too. Did you know you can paint toenails? You can paint pig toenails. Ace. I'm not getting it.
Why are they holding donuts?
Everything has symbolism.
Our operating system. Thought you'd be dark.
I am sounding a little bit like Vicky.
Yep.
CGI Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh,
Real American Zero. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. Ah, look at that.
That's how well known it was in Hollywood that they would do this kind of thing on a TV show.
Jennifer Aniston has decided to reveal she's been a satanic witch performing rituals for decades. Remember, Anthony Bourdain had said during the commercial breaks for Friends, the entire cast would chant, "Hail Satan."
Right.
That's weird.
That's weird.
And they've all done, do they really not grasp that they're different? I mean, I know I didn't grasp that I was for a long.
This is Chrissy Teigens says, but this time for me to say goodbye. This no longer serves me as positively as it serves me negatively. I think that's the right time to call something. It's Chrissy Teigen. My life goal is to make people happy. I feel the pain I feel when I don't is too much for me. I've always portrayed the strong clapback girl, but I'm not, just not. She also said, my desire to be liked or fear of pissing people off has made me somebody you didn't sign up for, a different human I started out here as. Live well, Twitters. Please know I've cared about was you.
She's full of shit.
I've seen some of her posts. She's a evil woman. So, well,
I
you
don't
can't
like
really call her
her
a woman.
or
She's a
her
demon.
Can't
She's a
stand
demon.
John. They were
These are their
big
swan
Biden
songs. Are these their final communications?
Yeah.
Well, that was March 2021, so I don't know if she's posted since or not.
Look at her dick.
I was looking at that. I thought that it
Who
was
is
kind of
that?
funny.
Or
That's
else it's an
Tegan.
awful lot of fuzz.
She's a dude.
Listen to the tone of his. It is
Look at the little kid over there.
I'm so confused. How do I?
Try that on for eyes.
She's probably not really a man, but that did look kind of funny.
Chrissy Teigen does not exist. Take full responsibility. Merkel cancels draconian Easter lockdown amid backlash from furious Germans. For once, the people win. That's what people need to do here, is just say no.
I love that one.
You're anti-fair.
Why did you block me? It says, we get to choose who we let into our weird little world. Skull and Bones, also known as Order 322, the Brotherhood of Death, is undergraduate senior secret society at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, the oldest senior class society at the university. Skull and Bones become a cultural institution known for its powerful alumni and various conspiracy theories. It's one of the big three societies at Yale. The other two are Skull and Key and Wolf's Head Society.
And what are those?
Pet gets a treat for being obedient. Pet gets
Yeah.
a treat for being obedient. Good little. I mean, was your soul worth a donut? Really? Really? Donut.
Hers was.
Yeah.
Oh, the FBI knew. I was wondering who they were talking about.
You know, it's funny when people brag about getting their jabs
yes.
and now they're getting their booster. They act like they're so proud of it. I don't say anything to them because sometimes they're nice people, but I want to say something so bad. I just kind of look at them.
It's like the woman who posted that she lied about her daughter's date of birth so that her daughter would get, who's only 4.
Oh, you're kidding me. So she could get a shot?
Yep.
Well, you know what? When stuff like that happens and the kid dies, that parent needs to go to prison.
For abuse, murder.
Yeah, for murder. If they die or anything.
It's on her. That's her karma.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine doing that to a child.
Can you imagine? I've had 71 years of knowing. Oh, look at Dolly. That I didn't know she did it. Well, I bet she didn't get the real one.
Yeah, she probably got saline.
Yep. I'm always catching myself saying things like, I can't believe somebody doesn't understand that killing kids is a bad thing. And I know they exist. I'm not naive. And I grew up not naive. But still, the idea that you would take your child and do that to them, and you don't have Munchausen's disease, is beyond comprehension.
I know.
But having had the 2 parents that I had, which are considered the only 2 psychiatric diagnoses who are incapable of loving their own child, is a psychopath and a narc are the only 2. Sociopath still loves the child, but not as a separate entity. Just loves the child. The narc and the psychopath has no capacity whatsoever to love even their own children. They don't have the capacity to do it. They're incapable of it. And having grown up with those 2, I know it's possible, but it still surprises me every time I see it happening in the real world.
Yeah.
And if I can be still surprised with what I know and experience firsthand, then everybody has to be just blown away by it.
I kind of think the government's doing it because they know that people that get the jab are spreaders, they call them shedders. And
right.
That'll get it. Get
more
everybody.
people.
Yeah.
All right, Ace, come here. I need your fur on my chest because I'm freezing, and I need to put my fingers in your hair.
It says, awakening. You reach a point where you feel yourself going through an awakening. You look at what you used to do, who you used to be. It hurts because you realize you believed in promoted nonsense. You grow, you evolve. You stop because you no longer operate at that frequency as a result. There's certain people that you have to walk away from as a result. You start to realize just how messed up the world is. You want to help, you want to heal, and you want to make it a better world. This is how you know you're awakening a higher level of consciousness.
You know, they've always said when drunks have car accidents, the drunks usually live. And growing up in the South, it was that God protects the stupid. And so that's why the drunks were able to survive all the crashes that they do and all the killing that they do in cars, because God protected the stupid. I have a friend that's driving me crazy because she's as comorbidity corrupted as I am, and older than I am, and God will save her or she'll die. But she won't even consider getting Z-Stack. I even bought a Z-Stack for her. She won't use it because God's going to do it.
You got her a what?
Z-Stack. It's all the meds that you need in one pill.
Oh, okay.
And she taking pills, so I thought getting it in one pill would be really a good idea for her. Well, she won't take it because God's going to save her. And I keep thinking, well, God might be trying to save a 2-year-old at the same time that he's trying to save you, Rebecca. What do you think? Maybe he'd choose the 2-year-old? You ought to help yourself so you can last at least 20 minutes longer so he could get to you? No, yeah. God's going to save it. Well, there's an old wives' tale. That's what I call it. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it all my life, mainly from old women in the South. But it is that this guy is sitting on top of his house, on the roof of the house, and there's water swirling all the way around him in every direction, and the water is about to get to the tip of his roof, which is what he's straddling. And once it gets up there, he's going to be going downriver. And he's standing up there on the tip of his house, 1 foot on each side of the tip, trying to balance as the water's coming up, with his hands raised up, and the rain coming down like crazy. And he's saying, God, I thought you were going to save me. God, I thought you were going to save me. And now comes this booming voice. He says, what do you think that boat was I sent by a while ago?
No.
And the guy says, but I would have had to row it.
Yeah. This right here.
That's the way I feel about people who don't get prepared and don't have the medicine there, don't even have extra D and extra and C and zinc and all of that in your house.
Yeah, I don't. That's just weird.
To me, it's just stupid, and I don't know.
You know, people have had almost 2 years to get educated on this and have a plan.
But I say this, that it's taken me until just the last 2 weeks to actually find something I thought would really work, and that covered all the bases. And the Z-Stack for me was a real good find, and especially with my income non-existent. And ACE's medical bills are more than mine these days, since I can't go
Oh my God.
Well, I can't go to a doctor. I'm not allowed to go to a physician, because I can't, ADA, CDC say I can't wear a diaper, and I refuse the test. So I'm not permitted to be in an ER, a hospital, or a doctor's office.
That's criminal.
Yeah, and it's been that way. I needed to go to the doctor in July.
I've said criminal several times, but that it's the truth. Almost everything going on right now, and for the past 2 years, is criminal. It's just
if it's not, at the very least, it's criminal. It's also immoral, but at the very least, it's criminal.
Yeah.
This vampire right here is,
he looks like
ugly.
A withered old
lizard.
He's His name is hold on.
Elvis is
Go back
his
to
name.
it. Hold on. I backed up
Come
too
on,
far.
that was funny, Angel. Laugh.
Hold on. I backed up a little too far. Hold on.
But I just can't stand these people that won't even bring the medicine into their house and get it. And that's the thing that I consider God gave you the information.
Yeah.
That's His way of saving you, helping you save yourself. But no, God's going to save me.
Why can't, you know, and all these people that are still smoking cigarettes too, and not eating, you know, drinking.
Or I was.
Drinking, huh?
I was a smoker. I didn't smoke in the house, but
I used to smoke a little bit here and there, but
I smoked
just have something to do. But once COVID came out, boy, I straightened myself up real quick. Like I went on a diet and started eating healthy and quit all my bad habits. And
that's just good for you. I only have a couple left that I'm physically capable of doing, so I haven't given them. I've kept one, but
I kind of want one every now and then. If I get stressed out, I'm tempted to go to the store, but then I'm thinking, yeah, if I do it, then I'm just going to keep right on doing it.
Right.
It's
I'll
kind
tell
of
you
hard.
one of the things that'll help. Those cigarettes that Angel got on.
Oh, I've got some hemp cigarettes, but
Well, these that Angel got and that I got, literally, it almost less than 2 days. I put away and threw away the tobacco ones, and I still have a pack or two in there. And like day before yesterday, I was having a nervous breakdown, so I had a couple of those during the day, and they're CBD cigarettes.
Mine says hemp, but it's kind of strong. Whenever I try to inhale it, it makes me cough. It's too strong.
Because
These are shaman smokes.
Yeah, that could. Well, thank you, Angel, because I couldn't.
Where do you get those?
But that was all.
Just type in American Shaman smokes, and you should be able to find
Do
them.
they have them at the vape stores?
No, you have to order them online.
Gotta order these.
How do you spell?
They're like $10 a pack.
How do you spell that?
SHAMAN.
Oh, okay. Just like it's.
And it has a bit. Its logo is a feather.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
The cherry ones are good. The grape ones were good, and the regular are good.
So it's
I didn't try the
CBD.
menthol. I'm not a menthol smoker. So
I used to smoke menthol, but I stopped menthol about 30 years ago. But
I hated menthol.
I like the grape ones. I don't like the regulars. I like the grape ones.
I'll have to check into that.
Because it really makes a difference, because you feel like you've had a cigarette, but you're not addicted to it.
Yeah.
My addiction is not chemical anyway. Mine's a habit. There's two types of addictions. There's habit, and there's the chemical addiction. And
yeah,
habit. Every time I move, I stop smoking. It just depends whether or not I will stay stopped or not. But every time I move houses, I stop smoking.
Can you get those on Amazon?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You got to go through the regular route.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get back to this stupid thing. BitChute's being stupid.
But they have other things. Oh, the thing that I found there that makes all the difference in the world for me, only for emotional purposes, is they have a flower that you can buy in a jar, and they come in different varieties, and one variety is called Jack Frost.
It's called what?
Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack Frost.
And that's my brother who committed suicide 2 years ago's name. That was my brother's name.
What is it? A flower that you eat or something?
No, you rind it and smoke it.
It looks like pot.
Yeah, it looks like pot. It's a
That's how they
flower.
refer to it when it looks like weed.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
You smoke it.
Oh.
I don't smoke
Roll
it
it.
because I can't smoke
Break it
any.
up and roll it.
I can't smoke pot. It makes it makes a mess out of my.
Oh, it's pot. Oh no, I can't smoke pot either. It makes me too high. I don't like
Right.
But it doesn't
Well,
have no.
I can't get
No,
high.
it doesn't. It doesn't have the psychoactive ingredient.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, with pot I can't.
CBD.
Doesn't have the same
CBD
impact.
is not THC.
Right.
Doesn't
I would
have
rather
THC.
have CBD.
So you're not gonna get high.
That
You don't
you
get
can
high
eat.
off of this.
I
No.
like edibles, but the edibles that I have bought didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
Are they
most of
CBD or
them.
THC?
I don't know. It's that stuff you get at those vape stores. They're real expensive, and I couldn't hardly tell anything.
If it's a vape store, it's probably just CBD. So those are just your health benefits. You're not getting high from it. It is
Yeah, I
the
need the
same
real
flower.
thing.
It's the exact same flower.
Does Hawk have
It-
stuff like that that you can eat?
You have to come to get them though.
You have to
You
what?
can always buy weed.
You have to go to.
You can always buy weed. Yeah.
What, make brownies or something? Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a bite of brownie,
butter.
hot brownie or something at night. With I could stand.
What I'm
being
saying
a
is, if
little-
you can get your hands on weed, if you can get weed, you can make butter
I
from the
don't
weed.
know where to get weed. I don't know
Any weed store.
People.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not
like,
legal
not
here in
weed-
Alabama.
Well, she probably doesn't have stores yet.
Digital, it's not legal in Alabama.
It's not well, even if it is legal, it doesn't mean you have stores. We don't have stores. You have to just.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
could
know. You just
probably
gotta know
find.
people. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
I could probably
not
find
legal.
somebody
You gotta
to make.
get it the round robin.
I want some brownies.
The Jack Frost is a hemp flower, and I need that. So that's the kind of thing that helps with PTSD.
Oh, okay.
I've got what's called complex PTSD, rather than regular PTSD.
Now they're making medical marijuana legal here in Alabama now. I don't know if it's gotten started yet, and I don't think my doctor prescribes it, but I may ask her about it and see if I can find some with low THC and just do it a little bit at bedtime or something. I can tolerate a mild high at night.
Well, I can't smoke it at all.
I probably wouldn't want to smoke it either.
Because
I
of
don't
my
like.
lungs. But what I do is vape it.
Yeah, vape would be good.
I vape the raw material in a glass thing, and it
Superheats.
So is yours medical marijuana?
Mine is as high of THC as I can get in the evening, in order to ease the pain off overnight, as well as let me sleep.
So it's medical and it's legal, and you get it through your insurance.
No, insurance won't pay for it.
Oh, that's right. I don't think
It's
mine
legal
would
in her
either.
state. She's got dispensaries.
I don't need to
She
have.
has actual stores.
It's legal here. All kinds of marijuana is legal in Washington and Oregon. So all I have to do is buy it. And
is it expensive?
It depends on where you go and how you buy it.
Oh, okay.
I prefer having capsules, and I had found a guy that was supposed to be teaching me how to turn the marijuana into capsules that were working, because he'd been experimenting with me to find a strength that worked, and finally found one, and he was going to show me how to do it, and I gave him $100 to be able to get back here from where he was at the time, and he showed up that night, but he didn't show up the next day when he was supposed to. So I'm in the bind of having no source to obtain weed from now at all, because I can't go get it, and nothing to help with the.
Call these shops.
If I could get to Hawk could help me.
And they can't deliver to you?
No.
No, can't the shops deliver to you?
No, they don't here. We only have one.
Does Hawk deliver?
No, not across state lines. He can't.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him, if he could make me something and send it
If
to
I
me.
could get to Astoria and he could get to Astoria, that would work, but he can't do that either. So I've got to find somebody that is willing to drive me down there, and there is no one. So
The one thing about brownies, my experience with brownies or the edibles like that, like a Rice Krispie treat, is that if you're trying to parcel it out, like it'll get moldy. I don't like that.
yeah, yeah.
You can't just take one bite a night and put it in the refrigerator.
I mean, you can. It's just then you're gonna wanna you're not gonna wanna waste it. I'm just saying it's as opposed to like a gummy bear or something where you can take a bite off of it and not care as much about.
Well, I tried some
shelf
gummy
life.
bears, but
I haven't found any gummy bears that were worth shit.
Yeah, I know they weren't, and not even. And they said that it would be good. It had a little bit of THC in it, but I really didn't notice anything, and they were too expensive.
I have finally found. This guy found one thing in the local shop that's a liquid. It's made in Washington. It's only sold in Washington, and it's a huckleberry lemonade or something. Can't think of the name of it. And I drink about a shot glass full at night, and it will help me eventually sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that.
Got THC in the liquid.
Oh yeah, it's heavy THC.
Yeah, like I said, I could tolerate a mild high if it's at bedtime. I just don't like being high in the daytime because I used to smoke a little pot, and it just made me real paranoid. I just want to go hide.
That does that. If you stick with CBD, you won't get high at all.
Well, that's what I need. I
just kind of calm down.
I'm paranoid enough as it is.
It really is beneficial, but there's different types of plants and different varieties of plants, and each variety does something a little different. Yeah. And I don't know which ones actually help with the complex PTSD. And I don't even have any idea, but Hawk does, but I can't get to him. As close as I am, I still can't get to it.
Huh.
Because I'm only 2 hours
What do you think about?
You're only how far away?
What do you think about this?
2 hours.
Oh, it's not.
Maybe 2.5 hours.
4 hours by wheelchair.
He says that he's 2 hours from the coast, and from what I understand, where he is, is about an hour and 45 minutes from me.
I heard Hawk said he didn't drive. Is there a reason for that?
Seizures.
Oh, okay.
Seizures.
What,
He's
did he
prone to
have a
seizures.
head injury or something?
I don't know.
I don't know why he's prone to seizures, but he can't drive for that reason.
That girl he lives with, what's her name? Jessie? I don't think she drives either, does she?
Jess.
Yeah, Jess does drive, I think.
Oh, she does drive? Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
They just need access to a car or something.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we going to watch 19? Or
yeah, I was just waiting on you to.
You're getting awful
Please
close.
get up here if you want to watch the sequel 19.
I seen that today.
Hi, Mixer.
Hawk
Haven't seen
played.
it yet.
Hawk played all of them.
Has he got it through them all? I didn't think he was only on 10 when I turned it off.
Yeah, but I told him that you.
What is it that we're watching?
It's The Fall of the Cabal, the sequel, and number 19 dropped yesterday.
Huh.
What are you eating, Angel?
A biscuit.
Biscuit.
She's got the munchies.
Mm.
What are you eating?
Her eyes are all squinting.
Hey, Gitmo. How you doing?
There, Dee.
Give Gitmo a bite. He just wants one little bite.
Hey, Dee.
I liked your videos today, all three of them. they looked like you had a whole lot more people there.
I didn't get to see them.
Somebody's
There. Oh,
there you go. It looked like a whole lot more people than before. Is that right? Or was I just hallucinating?
well, there was, but that's because it was the worldwide one. So there was the protests going on in cities all around the world.
Oh.
And every time that happens, a lot more people come out. So,
Do they
like
get
the weekly
permits,
ones,
the roads
are
blocked off, that kind of thing? Because I noticed the cars didn't care.
because for this one, people will come from all over Ontario for it, but the weekly ones, people just come from pretty much Toronto, the Greater
okay.
Toronto area, and
You gave in, Mama.
the last worldwide one that we had was probably like 4 times that many people.
Oh, really?
Hey,
And I was actually talking to some people there, and they were wondering where a lot of people were, and assuming that a lot of people, the freedom fighters, ran away and moved to Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ran away to Mexico?
Yeah. A lot of people, even from the States, have moved to Mexico. A lot
It's
of people
cheap,
from
too.
Canada moved to Mexico.
Really fucking cheap there.
It's really cheap there, and there's none of this BS going
crap.
on.
You can go down there with a couple $1,000 and live like a king.
Can you cross the border? Going to Mexico doesn't have any border restrictions or anything, do they? Have to have a passport, I guess.
They didn't,
Now,
but I don't
you
know about
can't leave
now.
pretty much can't leave the country. Well, you can't fly out of the country without getting Jabberwockied. You
In
can't.
Canada, you can't.
I don't
You
know
can't
the
fly.
exact rules, but I know you can't get on an airplane.
No.
You
Well,
can
how
get
do,
one of those fake ones and fill it out.
for Canadians to get to Mexico, they got to go across 2 borders to get there.
Yeah.
Or else they got to go by ocean.
Or you fly just straight from
Or you
Canada.
just walk, or
to
just get into the
Mexico.
woods and walk your way across.
And just skip. You could just skip America and fly straight to Mexico, but you still gotta fly.
Yeah, and you still got to have the vacation before you can fly, right?
Yeah. And what's the-
That's what I thought.
So they all ran. What this is they're assuming that people literally ran away right before that got put in place.
Oh.
Can you drop that link to the 19 for me?
Y'all, I have
Okay.
this. Here's a public announcement. Dr. Anthony Bucky says fully Jabberwocky families can absolutely enjoy a mask this Thanksgiving.
I saw that. He can kiss my ass. I'll enjoy all the Thanksgiving I want, and you won't
Well,
be
if
seeing
you
me
could-
wear a mask.
People at the protest had a really good point about that. If people who've gotten the Jabberwocky can still contract and spread the seed,
Well, they're the only ones doing
then
it.
why are they not in the exact
they're
same
not
boat as that?
admitting
Why is
that,
it they
though.
any different? Why are they allowed to gather even though there's still a mass spreader problem if they gather because you can
Because
still
they're not
contract.
admitting it.
No, but they're admitting that they can still contract and spread it. So
Oh, they
they're
are
admitting
admitting it, but they're doing it on purpose. So they do spread it, and more people die because it's all part of their mass population control.
I'm coming, Angel. It's just taking me a minute.
That's what she said.
I put together a pretty good video of the march, and
That's what I told my friend. I was like,
It's
you know,
still
he's like,
protesting on
why are they
YouTube,
doing
so-
this? I said, because it's all part of their population control agenda. That's what they want. This whole thing is about
Yep.
There it is.
getting rid of their problem.
I ran into one friend of mine at the march, and I walked up to him. I was talking to him, and something came up about like, so we're still in this shit or something. It's like I told you, man. It's a 10-year plan. like
Did you
20,
meet any
30.
cute girls up there?
It was
I
just
saw one INDs. There was this girl that had a pink cap on, and she kept turning sideways and looking back at Deeds. And then she walked in front of Deeds, and then she turned around and she looked again behind herself, looking right straight at the camera.
yeah. I gotta go sometime without trying to film everything because it's just too much. I was live streaming. I was using my GoPro. I was using my digital SLR camera,
Yeah.
and I was on my bike. So
You got your pretty boy.
multitasking. I made a good video though. I'm just waiting for YouTube to process it. I uploaded it.
Did you get taken down again?
No, shouldn't. Although I kind of want to. I don't know what to say, but so the last strike I got on my Watch with D's channel, I realized something. It's really weird. So the strike, it said it was for. Here, let me pull it up. So weird because they actually gave me a reason this time, and it's like your reason's bullcrap. I just didn't know how to put it in words to send them a thing. Here, where is it? Content. Oh, not this.
Should be into your studio.
Yeah, it's multiple accounts too. Strikes. Yeah. Okay. So I got medical information, but wait. What the heck? Content.
Gitmo.
I don't know, actually. It's weird.
Ben, get my.
Okay, here it says, okay, so YouTube doesn't allow content that explicitly disputes the efficacy of local health authorities or the WHO guidance on social distancing or self-isolation that may lead people to act against that guidance. What the hell am I? I'm not telling people to not do anything. Like, the video was about way more than that, but they're going after me because I'm promoting
Freedom.
social distancing. I'm
Yeah,
not.
because you had there's a group of people all together.
So, well, I guess it's literally because in that first clip, right, of that, Silver Girl watched it, right? So that first clip where it's the protest that I filmed, the guys on the megaphones are screaming into it, masks are satanic and don't wear the face mask or something. It's a satanic cult. So because they said don't wear the face mask, it's a satanic cult, is why I got the strike. When I went so much deeper with shit, but I got it for that first little moment of the video. It had nothing to do with the rest of it. How ridiculous is that?
That's ridiculous.
Because it was like a 40-minute video, but that was like within the first like 15 seconds.
2 seconds. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I can't show protests. But here's the other thing, right? Because I uploaded that video before. That video is in my protest video from 2 weeks ago. And it's still up.
That's
Isn't
weird.
that weird?
That's very weird.
Oh, that's called they didn't want to watch the whole long one, and it was in the beginning of the other one.
Right. It was in like the middle near the end of the other video.
Right.
Yeah.
The algorithm was lazy.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Stupid.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I'm gonna pray, and then we're gonna go backstage, and we're gonna watch a couple of things.
Okay.
Or do you want to say a prayer, Vicky? You haven't said a prayer in a while because you've been sick.
Okay. Lord, thank you for this time together. Lord, I pray for President Trump and his team and all the people out there who's trying to do the right thing. Lord, that people wake up, open their eyes, and open their hearts and wake up to this evil, especially the Christians out there. And Lord, just pray for Angel and thank you for this channel that she gets us together, and Silver Girl and Yvonne and Dee's and Digital and the others that come on the
And
panel
Giggles.
and
There she
Giggle,
is.
of course. And Lord, we just pray for Hawk as he's doing his channel. Excuse me. Pray for Hawk as he's doing his prayer-a-thon this weekend and his panel. We just give you all the praise and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
And pray for Guardian and
Yeah.
Guardian and who else?
Mama Liam. Both of them are
Mama
going
Liam.
through some deaths right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, passed away with Mama Liam.
I'd rather she explain it later.
Oh, we're praying for them, Lord, and lifting them up right now in Jesus' name.
Amen.
She's had a suicide
Oh,
of her close friend's daughter. I think the way it works. And it's not the first suicide in the family. So she had asked me some questions about it.
So I'll be on tomorrow night, everybody. We'll see you then. Remember, where we go one, we go all. United we stand, divided we fall. If we lose this country, we have no one but ourselves to blame. See y'all tomorrow night. Angel of Yahweh. Out.
Out. Now we're still here. Now we can have fun.
I'm trying to. Not yet.